EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
17 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
19 Tiger.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 3rd down and 10.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Let's go now.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. He'll dump this one off to counter. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Bush.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and goal, Arizona.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Big
At the Seahawks 7-yard
They
line.
run over center with Benson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Benson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. The choice to make. You're on the road. You're going to take the 3. You're so close to the end zone.
Well, you know what the book says. You know, that mythical book about what to do.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cardinals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Okay, great.
They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
47-yard line.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Let's go!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on, come on. Trap 50. Trap throw 80.
Now back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll look to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Hurry, hurry. 60 Eagles. Panther 60. Panther 60.
For the Seahawks.
Here's Walker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They'll try and run Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And now the river across the 25 to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Murray now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. A give up the middle with Benson. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Murray. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's a gain of 4.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Bush. Big Ace.
Now Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Green.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Trap 60. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Running left is Walker. Down right around the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
Straight ahead, Walker. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 19 tight. 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 70 range.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A gain of 10 yards.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
On the set.
Walker, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
60 Bobcats, 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. He'll try and do this himself. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Travis Jones able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he returns this to the 22. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
4-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinals 1st down.
Omaha. Big Ace open. Shoot!
Here's Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Here's Murray. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
It's 2nd down.
Big Ace. That's one. Big Ace open. I know sauce. 2.
Murray going to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
He's to the 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 81 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Okay, break.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Murray to air it out again. That ball caught by Harrison. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An injury stoppage here, and a lot of worried faces on that offense and on that sideline as Kyler Murray is in some discomfort. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Brissett going to move him around here. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll throw again. Brissett. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Michael Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from drawing level.
The extra point is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Short throw caught by Pitts. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Warriors, 17. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 63 yards. And the Seahawks take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line in the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Go, rabbit. Go.
Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check, 13. Hey, kill. Right. Middle. Left. Hey, kill. Go.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Brissett going to move him around here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Trey Benson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at them with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We got a brand-new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
19 side, 19, go.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass break up there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Come on, Ray.
This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, kill. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's got his man, it's Harrison. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
19, go.
A give, here comes Benson. Good footwork at the 30. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, it usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Rabbit. Hey, check. Go.
Brissett now. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he he slings one that's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
19 tight. Go.
They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
19, 18.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game. I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. First and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Hop 70, hop 70. Ready.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 33, here's second down and 2.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 6 Dragon, 60, 19 Lion. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
First down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really... Could have turned this one upside down.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
To throw is Brissett. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, kill. 19, set. Lefty. Go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fourth down, Brissett. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Walker now on first and 10. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's second and 10.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career.
because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Ready? Cougar 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready, what?
They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.